Okay, let's start with a really big question. What if the real you, the essence of who you are, doesn't actually stop at your skin? We're about to explore an idea that might just completely flip how you think about your own body. The idea that you extend far beyond what you can see and touch.
And this is where most of us live, right? Our whole world is experienced through our physical self. You know, the flesh, the bone, the blood. It all feels so solid, so definite. And for most of us, that's kind of where the story of me seems to begin and end. But what if it's not? Really, what if the boundary of our skin is more like a suggestion than a hard stop? That's the huge question we're going to be diving into right now.
So let's step beyond the purely physical for a minute. We're going to start by exploring this idea of an energetic counterpart, almost like an invisible blueprint that influences everything we feel and everything we do. This is the core idea right here, the invisible body. Just think of it as a second, energetic version of you that exists right alongside your physical one. And notice that key phrase, the bridge between matter and consciousness. That's huge. It suggests this invisible body is what actually translates our thoughts and our feelings into things like gut instincts and physical sensations.
All right, so if this body exists, what's flowing through it? Let's take that big abstract idea and connect it to experiences we all recognize, those strange gut feelings, and those moments of just knowing something out of the blue.
Now, the source material calls this flow psychic energy. But let's be super clear, we're not talking about fortune-telling or crystal balls here. Think of this as the subtle, vital force that fuels our intuition, our ability to walk into a room and just sense the vibe, and our deepest gut feelings.
So, have any of these ever happened to you? You know, you walk into a room right after an argument and you can just feel the tension. Or that friend who randomly pops into your head seconds before they send you a text. The idea here is that these aren't just weird coincidences, they're you sensing the world on an energetic level.
And this is so important. These experiences are real data. You are not making it up. From this perspective, you're actually picking up information through a whole different set of senses, the senses of your invisible, energetic self.
And listen, this is not some brand new idea. It's ancient, and it's found all over the world, whether it's called prana in yoga, qi in Chinese medicine, or simply life force. This idea of a vital energy flowing through us is a cornerstone of wisdom traditions globally.
Okay, so just like any other system in your body, your circulatory system, your digestive system, this energetic system can either be healthy and flowing freely, or it can get blocked up and stagnant. And that has a direct, real-world impact on how you feel day in and day out.
And you can really see the difference here. When your energy is flowing, you feel clear, your intuition is on point, and you can bounce back from challenges. But when it's blocked, well, that's when you feel totally drained, disconnected from yourself and everyone else, or maybe just spiritually numb. It's a night and day difference, isn't it?
So what clogs up the pipes, so to speak? Well, it's pretty much the usual suspects of modern life, right? That constant, chronic stress, old fears we've been carrying around, resentment, and that non-stop mental chatter that just never seems to quit.
Okay, that's enough about the problems. Let's talk solutions. How do you actually start to tune in and work with this invisible body? Well, it really comes down to three pretty simple, totally doable keys.
It all boils down to these three things: awareness, breath, and attention. That's it. It's not about complicated rituals or anything like that. It's all about making simple but powerful shifts in how you pay attention to your own inner world.
The first key, awareness, is really the foundation of everything. It's simply about learning to feel again. Most of us are trained from a young age to just ignore these subtle little sensations, but the first step is to just start noticing them again.
So, what are you even looking for? Well, it can be really subtle stuff. A little tingling in your hands, a sense of pressure around your forehead, a feeling of warmth in your chest, or maybe that feeling of expanding beyond your body when you're meditating. These are the physical clues that energy is actually moving.
Now, the second key is your breath. And this is so cool. The idea here is that your breath does way more than just bring in oxygen. You can think of it like this. Every slow inhale is literally feeding your energetic system, and every calm exhale is helping to clear out those blockages we were just talking about.
And finally, the third key, attention. This is the steering wheel. Once you can start to feel the energy, and you're fueling it with your breath, your attention is the tool you use to tell it where to go.
And this is the principle in action. Where your focus goes, energy follows. It's like a direct command. For example, if you place all of your awareness right in the center of your chest, you might actually feel warmth start to build there. If you focus it between your eyebrows, you might notice your perception gets just a little bit sharper. It's a tangible cause and effect relationship.
So let's bring all this together. Learning to work with your invisible body isn't just some neat party trick. It's about tapping into a fuller, more powerful, and more complete version of who you are.
And this, right here, is the ultimate takeaway. It's such a powerful reminder that the person you think of as you is so much bigger, so much more perceptive, and way more connected than you probably ever believed.
You see, when you go from ignoring this whole system to actively engaging with it, it's a fundamental shift. It can completely change how you interpret your feelings, what you do with your intuition, and how you see your connection to the entire world.
And that's where we're going to leave it. The goal here isn't to convince you to believe something. The invitation is to just experiment, to get quiet, and to see what you notice. Because that big question of, are unseen forces real? It kind of becomes irrelevant once you start to feel them for yourself.